Back on Radio Row at the Super Bowl, Jay Croucher, Matthew Berry, Fantasy Football Happy Hour, and I'm going to tell you right now, this is not going to be an objective interview. There's going to be no journalism here whatsoever as well, because as you guys know, hail the Commanders, hail victory. This is my team since I was 5 years old. Austin Ekeler, Brian Robinson in the house. Here we go. Fantastic. Absolutely love it. Proud Fantasy Life investor, Austin Ekeler, by the way. I always refer to you.
That's right. How are we doing?
We're doing good. Life is good.
All right.
We have a partnership now with NBC Sports, by the way, so things are going very, very well.
That's what I love to hear.
Yeah. So
I'm worried about this interview, to be honest, because we've got the world's biggest Austin Ekeler fan and world's biggest Commanders fan, big B-Rob fan as well. So it's trouble.
And Austin will back me up on this as well, because, you have to understand, Austin Ekeler, massive fantasy football player himself, obviously a huge fan to the community. He's been a fantasy football superstar for many, many years. I'm in business with him.
Correct.
And then he goes to my favorite team.
Correct.
And I have your cell, and I never hit you up, right? I do not.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that, because I know a lot of people did, so I appreciate you giving me the space, We know we always connect, especially down around this time. So, no, it's great to have all these things kind of synergized together.
Yeah, and Brian, we talked to you last year as well, congratulations, by the way, just on an amazing season. I think so many people, the preseason win total for the Commanders was 6.5. That's what Vegas thought the Commanders were going to do. Obviously, we exceeded that far. I used the week. You're damn right.
Yeah.
You're damn right.
Hey, you're part of the culture.
Matthew Berry plays left guard for the Commanders.
But I feel like while outside people didn't believe, you guys internally did. Talk to me about the culture DQ set and just when you guys knew, hey, we've got something special here. Austin, we'll start with you.
Yeah, well, first off, I understand narratives and things like that. It's very reactive, right? You're reacting to what has been happening in the past. And so what we did when we came in this year, we had obviously new ownership, new coaches. I think we had 60 new players on our 90-man roster. And so that set us up for kind of a whole makeover of our team. And then you put Dan Quinn and his philosophies around brotherhood, around the standard, around upholding that in that mix with some veteran players, a stud rookie quarterback, and some great coaching staff around. And it put us in a recipe to have the season that we had. And so we internally were believing in each other, of building, one at a time. We don't look past 1 week, right? It's always live in the battle that you're in, right? We just, whether it's practice, preseason, a game, it's just that week is the thing that matters most. And for us, what we were able to do was continue to raise the bar of what's expected from us from an outside looking in perspective, because we focused on what we were supposed to and got it done week in and week out.
Yep.
Brian, I'm curious from your perspective, because you were there during some of the lean years as well, and then you got to be part of this turnaround as well. What's it been like just in the city as well, just seeing, from the old ownership to the new ownership and, this year versus previous seasons?
It's definitely been a major flip. The city has changed tremendously. They didn't even want to support, the logo 2 years ago, and now we selling out Commanders gear, all around the city, and all the fans just buying out the season tickets and showing back up for us. And I think that's the biggest thing that's most exciting, is just seeing all of the real fans, come back out and show their true excitement and passion for this team. For us to be able to bring that back out of them, it's a great feeling.
Austin, everyone talks about Cliff Kingsbury as an offensive mind. Is there anything specific that Cliff does with this offense that's particularly appealing to you?
The dude is crazy passionate.
Okay.
Crazy. He almost reminds me of myself a little bit, where if it doesn't, he's visibly irritated if something doesn't go right, because he cares so much.
Yep.
He wants it for us so much, and he'll be the first one to tell you if he messes it up, and also he won't take the credit. He'll be like, you guys balled out, but we know, hey Cliff, you're a part of this as well. And so to have someone like him that's so into it, and also have players around him that he can use, like us in the backfield, we're out there a lot at the same time, or if it's him, me, or it's Jaden, we have receivers outside that can make plays. We brought in Zach Ertz this year that did well for us. When you have consistency around an offensive coordinator that's that passionate, it turns out to be a great time.
What's up?
We got some. Let's go.
Bombing us. Come on, get on. We right here.
Absolutely.
The best right here, man. What's up, bro? Good, bro? Yeah, I'm good. How you doing, bro?
Doing great.
You're good. We're good, man. We're good.
Good to see you, boy.
Yeah, man. So Cliff was been a great addition. I'm glad he's coming back too.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Talk to me a little bit, Brian, about sort of that RPO and also being a running back with a quarterback like Jaden, who's such a threat that the defense has to pay attention to. And I felt like it opened up a lot of lanes for both of you guys in this offense.
Yeah, the RPO, like,
yeah,
you never know. So the defense definitely got to pay attention to the running back and the quarterback. And with Jay being as dynamic as a runner, it definitely helps us, because they're definitely going to key on him. They're going to bite on his action, and that's all we need for us to just get in a little space and go out and do what we need to do, and vice versa for him. If we're becoming a threat with the running game, they're going to bite on our action, and that's going to allow him to get out in open space and use his legs and go be fast.
Yep. Every week it felt like you guys everything was coming down to the last play. Cardiac Commanders, you have the Hail Mary against the Bears. Jaden leads you down the field, the Eagles, the second game. Does that kind of become a self-fulfilling prophecy where you feel like it's just going to happen in those moments, that you have a lot more confidence at the end of fourth quarters?
We call them winning time moments. Yeah. That's what we call it. This is our winning time moment. And by saying that, we say like that's the moment in the game where we've prepared to win. Based off of how the week looked, the process looked, preparation. We prepare for those winning time moments, and when it shows up in a game like that, we got to go and execute and make it happen.
Yeah, and I'll say this on that too, because you see the NFL, it's close. There's a lot of close games in the NFL, and that's what makes it so exciting, because hey, it could go either way. But you'll see the consistent teams and the teams that continue to win and continue to be there at the end are the ones that can find a way to win in those times. The Chiefs are, I think, the best at it right now. Look at their season; they weren't blowing people out. A couple of them here and there, but for the most part, they're just winning the games. And now look at them; they're paying for their third in a row. So, we're kind of putting that formula together as well, those winning time moments, and find a way to get it done.
All right, let's talk about Sunday real quickly. Tough loss. Wish you guys were here. I actually went to that game. This is how brave I was. I went to that game in person wearing Commanders gear. I got yelled at a few times. That's all right. That's all right. Got to show your pride. Who do we think wins, and who do we want to win?
I want Saquon Barkley to win.
Okay.
But no one else to win.
Could both teams lose? I know.
Man, look. I just came from the AFC West.
Yeah.
Where I was dealing with the Chiefs.
Yeah.
And so they own that for the last decade or so, and now I'm in a new conference, and now we're dealing with the Eagles, and so we played them 3 times this year. So, good for them. Look, respect is due there. Both teams earn their way there, and so they get that. But I still am wishing we were in there. So I really don't care.
Okay. What do you think, Brian?
So I lost to Philly, so I really don't want to see them celebrate again right now.
Thank you.
Yes.
I can't hate on, Kansas City's legacy. They've been doing something great. I'm going with Kansas City, man.
Okay.
Just because,
put faith in them.
I am too. I don't want a division rival winning a Super Bowl. No, screw Philly. I'm sorry.
The only thing that I could defend them on is if they win, we would have technically lost to the best team.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
But
and respect to Saquon. I mean, everyone loves Saquon, for sure.
You guys are here courtesy of Bounty. Can you tell us about your partnership with them?
Absolutely. You can't have football. You probably have heard it. I came in here and crashed the Bounty earlier.
I know.
You can't have football without wings.
I'll do it. You can't have football without wings. You can't have wings without Bounty.
You guys
I know it by now.
But shout out to Bounty. I mean, I've been using them for years, and so it's just a great partnership to have them out here and represent them on Radio Row. So it's been great.
Listen, I have kids. We have a lot of Bounty in my house, right?
Sure.
You got to have it.
For sure.
Yeah, listen, guys, it was an amazing season. As a Commanders fan, literally the best year of my life, right? The best year of my life.
The great fan voice.
I'm wearing.
Shut up about it all season.
I wore 8 on a bunch of Mondays. I wore 5 on a bunch of Mondays. I wore 17 on a bunch of Mondays. And I've worn Austin's number over the years many times as well. So
we appreciate it. We appreciate the support. And hey, look, we're still salty. We know it was a good year as far as from the outside perspective, but we still know we had room to grow, and so we're looking forward to get back to work and making it another one next year.
What do you want to see? Real last question for you. What do you want to see the Commanders do in the draft and free agency? Because it's a great team, but there's obviously some holes. If Adam Peters comes to you and says, Austin, B-Rob, what do we need to do in the draft? What are you hoping for?
Who's best available? I mean, get us some playmakers.
Yeah.
Get us some guys that are willing to come in and join our culture. That's something that's always been big for me. there's a lot of talented guys, but get a guy that also can mesh with what we're trying to do from a culture standpoint, because that helps elevate your gameplay at whatever position you're at. There's positions, you could debate what we need, things like that. But again, as long as you're a good locker room guy, I think we're going to bring the best out of you and put you in a position where, hey, we're still going to win games.
I love it. Hail the Commanders, hail victory. Brian Robinson, Austin Ekeler, let's go. Hey, it's Matthew Berry from NBCSports.com and RotorWorld.com, and I want to thank you so much for watching whatever it is you just watched, or if nothing else, being too lazy to click out of the autoplay after this video started, after whatever it is you actually wanted to watch finished. But now that you're here, I'd like to take a moment here to ask you respectfully now, okay? I'm asking you respectfully to subscribe to the NFL on NBC YouTube channel. You'll get the latest Roto-World fantasy news headlines, all sorts of great shows, including my own Fantasy Football Happy Hour. So go subscribe now. Again, I'm asking respectfully.